out there at YouTube land, introducing peaceful protester Kelley.
Thank you, Ethan Hiatt. Hello, and welcome to my TV show on the YouTube network with a potential audience of over 2 billion people. Coming to you live from the 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica, where I am peacefully protesting and advocating for the homeless here in Santa Monica and in Los Angeles County and in California and the whole US of A, the whole wide world, if we could do something about it. But we have to start right here where we are. We have to make things better right where we are, right here in Santa Monica, California, right here in the US of A. We need to stand up for human rights. We need to stand up for the rights of everybody to thrive and survive in this richest, most powerful country in the whole wide world. And we have to stand up for everybody's rights to exist. We have to stand up for everybody's rights to practice their own religion and right to party. That's right. But we need to stand up for human rights, equal justice, equal opportunity. And we have to stand against people that would try to hurt people because of their religion or their ethnicities, their beliefs. We need to stand up and shout out as a country when atrocities like the other night in Washington, D.C. I want to talk about that. Because in Washington, D.C. the other night, there were 2 young people killed, and they were killed because they were Jewish. And we need to stand up and say, no, we don't do that here in the United States of America. There are a lot of people killed every day in this country. But we need to stand up and say we're against killing of all sorts. But when you are killing somebody, assassinating people because of their race or their religion, we have to stand up and say, no, we don't believe in that in this country, and there's no justification for it. I hear people say, well, Israel has committed atrocities over there. No, you don't get to assassinate people in the United States of America because of their race or their religion. And we need to stand up and shout out loudly. Don't try to justify any kind of assassination, whether it be people who are Jewish or whether it be some guy who's the head of some insurance company. There's no good assassinations here in the United States of America. And we need to stand up and speak out loudly and speak out against antisemitism. We need to speak and say everybody has a right to their beliefs and their religion. And we know that there are problems going on over in the Middle East between Israel and Gaza, and it's a terrible situation. But those of you who would cheer on Hamas, you are cheering on people like the Nazis and people like the Ku Klux Klan and other atrocious organizations like that. And you need to be told. I hear too many people saying, well, you know, the Palestinians, they don't have a big army, so they can't fight Israel with an army, so they have to do atrocities. I say, no, don't listen to that tribe. There's no equivalence to performing atrocities and having war. There's no justification for attacking women and children and committing atrocities like on October 7th. We have to speak out loudly against that, and we have to work towards a peace over there. Hope that our leaders do work towards a peace over there. But over here in the United States, you can speak out for what you believe and your religious beliefs, but we don't assassinate people for their beliefs here in the United States. And we need to stand up against anybody who would try to justify any kind of thing like that. It reminds me of this song that I wrote about October 7th, because that was an atrocity. That was one of the terrible atrocities since the Holocaust. And we need to all stand up and say, no, those kind of atrocities shouldn't happen in this world. And we need to say everybody has a right to exist. Everybody has a right to their beliefs. Everybody has a right to their religion. But we need to stand up for everybody's rights to be and exist. You know, there's a very small population of Jewish people in this world, only about 15 million Jewish people in the whole world. And they have been trodden on plenty in this world. And we need to stand up for their right to exist and say to the people of Gaza and all the Palestinians and all the people that would stand against Israel, work towards solutions. Don't try to commit atrocities to bring an end to these problems. Let's all work towards solutions and say everybody has a right to be, everybody has a right to exist. Now, this is a song I wrote after October 7th. They were dancing for peace and singing love songs, hoping for a better day. They were dancing for peace. All those beautiful young boys and girls, and the hands of hate came and took them away. They were dancing for peace, and families working on farms, working for a better day for everyone. They were dancing for peace. All those innocents, young and old, but the hands of hate took them in the morning sun. How can the world be so broken? How can the hate be so strong? How can bloody massacres be cheered in the streets? That kind of evil can't belong. That kind of evil can't go on. They were dancing for peace. All the shining stars that night, may their lights of love shine on in the bright daylight. How can the world be so broken? How can the hate be so strong? How can bloody massacres be cheered in the streets? That kind of evil can't go on. That kind of evil can't belong. They were dancing for peace. All those shining stars that night, may their stars of love shine on in the bright daylight. May the stars they love shine on in the bright daylight. That's right. Let's keep speaking out for peace. Let's keep speaking out for everybody's right to practice their own beliefs and everybody's right to exist. We need to be able to debate things in this country. We need to be able to debate, let people debate what they want to happen overseas, that's fine. But if you're saying death to Israel or death to America or death to whoever, then you need to be shouted down and told no. Everybody has a right to their own beliefs, but we don't believe in violence and killing over somebody's religion. And everybody has a right to exist. And we got to keep working towards peace, but we have to keep working towards it peacefully. If you are a peaceful protester, you know, so many of these people, they say, well, Hamas could only, the only thing they could do was attack Israel. They said that's the only way they could do it because they don't have a big army. No, look at Gandhi. Gandhi overthrew the British Empire by peaceful revolution, by peaceful protest. Let's look at Nelson Mandela. He overthrew South Africa through peaceful protest. We don't. I don't believe in this idea that they can only win a war through atrocities. No, that's not a fair choice. That comes from stupid people and cowards. Do the hard work. Do the things like Martin Luther King Jr. did, like John Lewis did. Peacefully protest and make positive change where you are. Don't say that you have to commit atrocities to further your cause. Because if you have to commit atrocities to further your cause and assassinations to further your cause, then your cause isn't worth forwarding, isn't worth furthering. You need to be told, no, we need to stop with hate and killing and work towards peaceful protest. Work towards a better day for everybody. That's what we do here in the United States of America. We don't assassinate people we disagree with. We shouldn't, and we will not stand for that. We need to stand up and peacefully protest. Share your thoughts about solutions instead of hating people because of their beliefs, because of their religion. It's all about peace and love. If you are peacefully protesting, I stand with you, even if I disagree with you. But if you are out there causing violence or promoting those who do violence, promoting assassins or those who would do atrocities, I stand against you, and I hope everybody does. We need to stand for peace. It's about peace. It's about love. It's about the only thing my heart needs thinking of. It's about love. It's about peace. It's about a little bit of love and peace at least. Cause when the peace and love are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about peace. It's about love. It's about hope. It's about joy. It's about bring some home to little girls and boys. It's about joy. It's about hope. It's about enough hope to keep them off the dope. Cause when the hope and the joy are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about joy. It's about hope. It's about you. It's about me. It's about you and me working towards equality. It's about me. It's about you. It's about saying Black Lives Matter too. Cause when you and me are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about you. It's about me. Se trata de paz, se trata de amor, se trata de paz y amor. se trata de paz, se trata de amor, se trata de paz y amor, se trata de paz y amor. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Hevenu shalom alechem, hevenu shalom alechem, hevenu shalom alechem, hevenu shalom, shalom, shalom alechem. It's about peace, it's about love, it's about the only thing my heart needs thinking of. It's about love, it's about peace, it's about a little bit of love and peace at least. Cause when the peace and love are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about peace, it's about love, love, love. Oh, it's all about love. Hey, hey. What do you say?
Oh, yeah, it's backwards. That's okay.
Yeah. It's backwards. I don't know how to fix that.
I don't know.
On YouTube, I don't know how to fix
Oh,
it.
it's just, oh, yeah.
That's right. So we got to keep working towards a better day. We can't settle for things the way they are. And we can't buy into with these people that would have us spread hate and violence. We need to stand up and keep working towards solutions in this country and all around the world, and stand up for those who do work towards peaceful solution. That's right. If you're working towards peaceful solution, I stand with you. But if you're trying to commit violence or promoting violence, or those who promote violence, I stand against you.
That's our dictator in office. He's trying to promote violence. So.
Sometimes that's true, too.
Yeah.
But he spoke out against antisemitism, which is good. And what do you mean? Well, look it up, Ethan. Look it up. He spoke out against anti-Semitism, and he spoke out against hatred in this country. So that's good. We have to agree on some things. So if you can't, I'm sorry. But if you can speak out, if we can all stand together and say no violence against people because of their beliefs or their religion in this country. We don't want to promote any of that kind of crap. If we can all agree on that one thing, I think we're moving together forward. Because the First Amendment of our Constitution says, Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the
Free Palestine, motherfucker!
Peace and love, and I hope you stand up for peace, and I hope you are not promoting any violence towards anybody, because that is shameful if you are, because those are cowards that would commit atrocities, and we don't need to stand up for evil cowards who would commit atrocities against innocent people. So I hope you will think about that. I think we all want everybody to be free, but we have to make sure that everybody will keep from killing each other over and over and work towards peace. That's right. I mean, there are a lot of people who disagree with me about this. They think that Hamas has some right to do atrocities, and I can't imagine that. These are people promoting evil cowards, and we can't do that in this country. We need to stand up for everybody's rights to exist and to keep working towards peaceful solutions. When When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace appear? We'll keep waiting by and by for it to fall out of the sky, but we better work on peace on earth down here. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace arrive? We'll keep waiting by and by for it to fall out of the sky, but we better work on peace on earth to help our children survive. Peace, oh peace. Peace, let's stand up and work for peace. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace appear? We can keep looking for nirvana, but I think we just might want to work on peace on earth down here. Peace, oh peace. Peace, let's stand up and work for peace. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace appear? We can ask the universe to get rid of this war curse, but we better work on peace on earth down here. Peace, oh peace. Peace, let's stand up and work for peace. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace appear? We'll keep waiting by and by for it to fall out of the sky, but we better work on peace on earth. Better work on peace on earth. We better work on peace on earth down here. Woo! That's right, we got to keep working at it. We got to keep teaching our kids. Teach your kids to respect everybody's right to believe their own beliefs here in this country of ours. Teach your kids that everybody has a right to their own beliefs, their own religious expressions, as long as we don't let people take over our laws too much and we all keep getting involved in our democracy so that no one religion takes over too much, because that's what that whole First Amendment is about, trying to make sure that people don't have their religions running government, and that we make sure that everybody can have the free exercise of their religious beliefs, and that we have to respect that. That is a beautiful thing here in the United States of America, that we have laws that stand up for everybody's rights to their own religious beliefs, their own non-religious beliefs. Every kind of different belief you got going out there. Some people, they practice the religion of SpaghettiOs, I don't know. But they've got all kinds of different beliefs, and everybody has a right to those beliefs. You have a right to believe that I am going to hell. That's right. But you don't have a right to try to send me there. And we need to tell more people to stand up and stand up for the rights of other people that they disagree with. That's right. Stand up for the rights of somebody's religious beliefs that you disagree with. I hear plenty of people say, oh, those people that believe that way, they're crazy, or those people who believe that way or this way, they're crazy. We've all said that, but we need to stand up for their rights to believe it and stand up for their rights to freely exercise their beliefs in this country without threat of violence. And everybody has a right to be who they are, even if it has nothing to do with religion at all. That's right. You have a right to create your own religion every day if you want to in this country. And we need to respect that and stand for people's rights to be the person they want to be, to chart their own destiny. That's what the beginning of our Constitution is all about. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union. You know, some people thought it was perfect just the way it was when they wrote that Constitution. They said it's perfect. And some people said, well, we might want to make it a little more perfect. So we, the people of the United States, because in the beginning, it only benefited rich white guys who owned property, right? So it wasn't perfect yet. So we had to keep working to make a more perfect union. Establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution. It was talking about working to make things better for everybody, so that everybody can chart their own destiny, that everybody can be the master of their own universe and make their own religious beliefs up every day. We all have our different beliefs of our religion or our science or whatever theories we have. You can be sitting in the same pew with somebody, or sitting in the same temple or the same mosque, and the person next to you is going to see things a little differently than you do. We all see things a little differently. We try to understand what each other think and believe, but we all see things differently. If you talk enough with somebody, you're going to find out you have differences in your beliefs, and we need to respect that. We need to respect everybody's right to interpret their religion or their beliefs the way they want to, and respect each other's right to do that. Instead of trying to tear each other down and do evil acts, atrocities. You know, that one young woman who was killed in Washington, D.C. the other night, she was from Kansas. That's right, that's what, as I understand it. She was from Kansas and she was going to marry that young man, but she had already dealt with antisemitism in Kansas, here in the United States, growing up. And we have to tell people, we have to get past this in our country. We have to stand up for everybody's rights to exist and to be and to thrive. Love is but a song we sing, and fear the way we die. We can make the mountains ring, or make the angels cry. No bird is on the wing, and we need not know hurry. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Some may come and some may go, but we shall surely pass. when the one who left us here returns for us and rest. Thank you, peace. I'll be sharing that with the homeless people. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night. Some may come and some may go, but we shall surely pass. When the one who left us here returns for us and rest. We are but a moment's sunlight fading in the grass. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. If you hear the song I sing, then you will understand. We hold the key to love and fear in our trembling hands. Just one key unlocks them both. It's there in our command. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Right now. Right now. That's right. We got to keep working towards a better day. Keep working towards peace and love. Thank you. Thank you. That's right. We haven't gotten there yet in this country. We have to keep working towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity, making sure that everybody can be free to exist and practice their religious beliefs and share their thoughts without being violently or cruelly met by others. Now we have to continue to. We have to all get involved in our democracy, too. We don't want any one set of beliefs running our country. We need to stand up for human rights. That's the set of beliefs that we need to stand up for mostly in this country. Is every human having the right to exist and to chart their own destiny, to be who they want to be in this country, as long as they're not hurting anybody else. Would you like a pastry? Would you like an eclair? I have $2.
That's good.
Okay. How you doing? You can buy? Okay. Let's see. Peace. Because throughout the history of the world, people have done great things in the name of their religions, and they've done terrible things in the name of their religions. And we need to continue to lift up human rights for everybody, no matter what your beliefs, and stand up for everybody's rights to explore their own beliefs, explore their own thoughts, as long as nobody's hurting anybody else violently. or mostly violently. We can keep working on it. That's what we got to do. We keep working towards a more perfect union. We keep working towards defining the First Amendment better to make sure that we can all thrive and survive, and we need to stand up for the human rights of people just to survive in this country. Thanks. Thank you, peace. I'll be sharing that with the homeless. Thank you. Thank you. And we need to stand for the rights of everybody just to be able to have the basics in this country. A decent place to live, food to eat, health care, and a good public education. You know, right now, the Republicans have put forth a bill in the House of Congress, in the House of Representatives. They put forth a bill that would make it harder for poor people to have health insurance, and it would make it easier for rich people to hold on to more money. And I think we already have a pretty good gap in this country between the rich and the poor. We have rich people having space races while poor people are sleeping in the streets. Right here in California, right here in Santa Monica, we need to show that progressive government can make a difference in people's lives. We need to show that progressive government can lift people out of poverty, as it has done in the past. Franklin Delano Roosevelt said, "The test of our progress is not whether we add to the abundance of those who have much. The test of our progress is whether we provide enough for those who have too little." So California, we have to stand up and show that we can make a difference in people's lives and help lift people out of poverty, because we have a lot of people living in the streets here in California. We're living in California, the land of peace and love. Living in California, place the whole world's dreaming of. Living in California, everything's mostly okay, partly okay. Living in California, another beautiful sunshine day. Don't let the Trump get you in a slump. We'll get rid of his hump. We're gonna be all right. We're in the land of surf and sand, movie stars, electric cars, and this beautiful Santa Monica night. We're living in California with people of all kinds. Living in California, sure out a little bit out of our minds. Living in California, things could be a whole lot worse. Living in California, rest of the country's moving in reverse. Let's not follow them. Living in California, everything's mostly alright. Living in California, I'm following the promenade tonight. Now don't get me wrong, we got a lot of great things going on here in California. California is the second most diverse state in the whole country, behind Hawaii. We have people from different backgrounds, different races, different religions, different ethnicities, different beliefs, different genders, all living together in virtual harmony. But everybody knows there's some things we got to get to work on. California, we have the most billionaires of any state in the whole country, and we have the most homeless people of any state in the whole country. Now that ought to be a crime. There's no reason for so few people to have so much, while so many have nothing at all. We can do better than that. We can make sure that everybody who needs a place to live has one in this richest, most powerful country in the whole wide world. A lot of people say to me, they say, well, wait, you don't want to raise taxes on the billionaires here in California, then they'll all leave. And I said, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. If you are a billionaire and you don't believe that poor people should have the basics, you need to move to another state. We need to raise taxes on the billionaires here. We need to raise taxes on the billionaires until there are no more poor people sleeping in the streets, that we have enough affordable housing for every person. We need to raise taxes on the billionaires until every poor child can have a good public education. That's right. We need to raise taxes on those billionaires until every person can have good quality health care right here in California. That's right. And we need to raise taxes on those billionaires until we build more affordable housing right here in Santa Monica. That's right. Thank you, peace. We're living in California with people of all kinds. Living in California, sure, we're all get a little bit out of our minds. Ooh, living in California, things could be a whole lot worse. Living in California, rest of the country's moving in reverse. Let's not follow them now. Living in California, everything's mostly alright. Living in California, having fun on the promenade tonight. Ooh, living in California, the place the whole world's dreaming of. Living in California, go out and spread some peace and love. Yeah, 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 hey. Hey, hey, hey.
Do you know Red Hot Chilies?
Red Hot Chilies, do they do this song? You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Thank you, peace. Is that how the Red Hot Chilies do it? I think so.
Yeah.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Please don't take my sunshine away. Hey!
Sublime? No Sublime?
Huh?
Sublime?
Sublime? I don't know that. No, I mostly play songs. I mostly play songs about poor people, making things better for poor people. That's what I don't do that one. I don't think.
Do you know how to sing the Dicer one?
The what?
A Dicer song?
A Dicer song? I guess not. I guess not. Yeah. I sing songs about making things better for poor people, and I sing this song: raise taxes on the rich, 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 raise taxes on the rich. Oh, I know that's a simple song, but it's a good one, and one that we need to teach our leaders, our public servants. We need to teach them. It's the taking of the chairs. That's what they do in Santa Monica. See, they don't want the homeless people sitting on these chairs at night, or poor people sitting on the chairs at night. So they take all the chairs and they lock them up. They lock them up on top of each other so that homeless people can't sit on them in the middle of the night, because it would make things look bad to have poor people sitting on chairs and being comfortable in the middle of the night. And this is a public promenade, and let me remind everybody, this is a public promenade, and we need to keep reminding people, if you are poor and you are on this public promenade, you have the same rights as the richest person in the whole wide world. Now, Robert is just doing his job, I understand that, and they want him to do this every night, but we know what it's about. It's about making it harder for homeless people to survive. And that's what they have been doing here. All right?
Guitar. Led Zeppelin. Anything?
No, I don't believe.
Red Hot Chilies.
I don't know any of those. I'm sorry.
You know hot chilies?
What about?
Red Hot Chilies, I've eaten them before, but I don't know too many of their songs. I know they had some good things, but most of the ones I know.
What about like what about
La Bamba?
That's not bad. Let's do that one. Hold on. La Bamba, dude.
Para bailar la bamba, se necesita un poco de gracia. Un poco de gracia para mi partida, arriba. Ay, arriba, por ti seré. Bamba, hey. No soy marinero, soy capitán. Bamba.
That's good, dude.
Para bailar la bamba, se necesita un poco de gracia para mi partida, arriba. Ay, arriba, por ti seré. Bamba. Hey. Oh, shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Come on, baby. Work it on out. I twist so good. I twist so fine. Come on, twist a little closer, baby. Let me know that you mind. Para bailar la bamba, se necesita un poco de gracia. Un poco de gracia para mi partida, arriba. Ay, arriba, por ti seré. Bamba. Hey! Good to see you. Peace. You have a great night. Thank you. That's right. We got to keep working towards a better day for everybody. We've had too many people in this country have been used for their labor for generations and haven't been given their rights. We need to stand up for the rights of everybody in this country. We have people being sent away that have been in our country for generations and been used for their labor, but not been given their rights. And we need to stand up for those people. Of course, nobody wants violent criminals on the street, but we do want to make sure that people that have been here for generations have the rights that should be afforded them, and that everybody has due process. We got to stand up for due process for everybody. That means
the most basic thing that you can do is stand up for due process.
That's right. That's the most basic thing we can do, is just make sure that They actually go through the procedures that are in place already and stand up for the rights of everybody, and especially those who have been here for generations and used for their labor and not been given their rights. And we need to stand up for the rights of all the poor people in this country that have been pushed into the streets. See the people living in the streets, ain't got no money, ain't much to eat. They're not too proud to take your crust of bread, just looking for some place to lay their weary heads. How you doing, Dorian? Good to see you. Peace. Let me see what. Oh, Dorian, would you like this? Would you like this pastry? Here's $2 and this eclair. Do you like eclairs?
Yeah,
Oh, good.
thanks so much.
You're welcome. Oh, what's the problem? You have a great night, Dorian. Good to see you. What's the problem that brought him here? The story's long and it isn't very clear. So many roads lead to the street, just looking for some place to lay their tired feet. I ain't saying they ain't done wrong. I ain't saying didn't help to bring it on. I'm just saying there must be somewhere they belong, and they're looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads. All these homeless people living in a ditch with all these empty buildings and tax cuts for the rich. I ain't saying you have to give, but everybody has got a right to live, and they're just looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads. You can sweep them out your doorway, tear down their tents. Gonna keep on coming if you keep on raising rents. I ain't saying you have to do good, but why don't you try letting homeless people move in to your neighborhood, Santa Monica? Looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads. You can sweep them out your doorway, tear down their tents. Gonna keep on coming if you keep on raising rents. I ain't saying you have to do good, but why don't you try letting homeless people move into your neighborhood, Santa Monica? Looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads. Don't need your swimming pool, don't need your king-size bed. Just looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads. Hey, hey. That's right. We live in the richest, most powerful country in the whole wide world. No reason for poor people to be sleeping in the streets while rich people are having space races. They're working on the new budget for Los Angeles, the city of Los Angeles, and there's supposed to be about 80 million going to housing. We're trying to figure out how much of that money actually goes to housing the homeless, how much of it is used to tear down encampments and to pay sanitation workers and police officers to tear down and remove things and push people down the road. I know here in Santa Monica, they they have an anti-camping law. They got rid of the part of that law that criminalized sleeping bags and bedrolls for homeless human beings. And for that, I thank them, because that's something that I campaigned on this last year. Because it's inhumane to actually, when people are down that low, that they need to sleep on the streets, and you're going to give them a citation for having a sleeping bag or a bedroll, that is just inhumane. And that's happening all around the West now. Many cities here in California are criminalizing homelessness because of Grants Pass versus Johnson, a ruling by the Supreme Court this summer. If you haven't read about that, I hope you do. Anyway, it gave cities and agencies the ability to criminalize homelessness. So many of these well-to-do communities especially are criminalizing homeless people. They're threatening them with criminalization all the time. That's how they push them down the road to some other place. That's what they do. We have too many of our leaders saying, don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor at all. We'll pull the chair beneath your seat and mock you when you fall. We'll tell you that you're crazy and you're on the drugs. We'll say you're mostly lazy and you're filled with the bugs. So don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Just be rich. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and sick. We'll put you in the hospital and spit you out real quick. We'll say you need to rest more and change the way you eat. But they ain't got no medicine to get you off of the streets. So don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Just live in a mansion. All the rich folks want to help you if they could. So they'll take your tent and your bags and stuff and move them to another neighborhood. A little farther, a little farther, a little farther down the road would be good. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't live in your car. Find a way to ticket you, no matter where you are. They'll say you're near a schoolyard or near a city park. They'll make you move your car all day and give you tickets while you're sleeping in the dark. So don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Just live on a yacht. All the rich folks want to help you if they can. So they'll start a race to outer space to help their fellow man. We are going to build affordable housing up on Mars. Don't be poor and homeless. Peace. Have a good one. Don't be poor at all. They'll pull the chair beneath your seat and mock you when you fall. They'll tell you that you're crazy and you're on the drugs. They'll say you're mostly lazy and you're filled with all kinds of bugs. So don't be poor and homeless. That's what they say. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Just be rich. Don't be poor and homeless. Just be rich. That's right, homeless people. Just be rich. So many of these people walk by, they say, these homeless people just need to get a job. They just need to get a job. Well, I know homeless people that have jobs right here in Santa Monica, and they still can't afford a place to live, especially not here in Santa Monica. You know, Santa Monica has so many of its workers here in Santa Monica that can't afford to live in Santa Monica. When I was running for Santa Monica City Council this last year, I met with the Santa Monica firefighters, the firefighters local, and they said about 1% of the firefighters can afford to live in the city of Santa Monica. So you have many people of your first responders, many of your first responders can't afford to live in your city. And that's true of a lot of these wealthy communities, and it's never good when a tragedy happens and you don't have a lot of first responders living in your city. We need to make it easier for workers in the city to be able to live near the city, especially if we're serious about climate crisis, climate change. We need to make it easier for people to live nearer where they work so they don't have to be spending so much on transportation. Because even if it's electric transportation, it still takes energy to create the transportation. These people that say, well, we got electric cars, so we can do everything now, and you still have to create the energy, and they're building a lot of new batteries. You know, these more and more, we're generating more garbage is what we're doing all the time. You know, before you turn everything over to electric cars, why don't we make sure that the poor people can afford to have the electric cars? How about we make sure the poor people can have a place to live first before we make sure that everybody has an electric car? But how about all of the new housing for the poor people that we're going to build, hopefully one of these days, make sure that that is renewable energy. How about that? If you're going to but first you have to build the housing. You can't use the environment to keep poor people living in the streets, because that means their environment is terrible. Your environment might be fine living in a house that has renewable everything, but if you have somebody living in the streets, their environment is terrible and is going to get worse in a climate crisis. And, you know, speaking of the climate crisis, the scientists say it's going to be getting warmer and warmer, and so we have to have more people living next to the coast because the air quality is going to be better and the temperature is going to be more temperate right near the ocean. So we're going to need to build more affordable housing. We have 800 miles of public beaches here in California, and mostly rich white people living next to those public beaches. Why is that? Did the dolphins say only rich people should live next to the water? No. People took it over and they pushed all the poor people down the road. That's what happened. And when you push poor people down the road, you push down the road people of color, because we haven't reached equity yet in this country. So we have to keep working towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity. And as we keep working towards, thank you, peace. I'll get that. Thank you, peace. You have a good night. Thank you, peace. You too. Especially as we keep moving further into this technological age, more and more jobs are going to go to robots and artificial intelligence, and we are going to have to make sure that human beings can survive in this new technological age. That's why this new bill that the Republicans have put forth in the House, that they passed in the House, they're saying that the poor people have to have a job before they can have health care. Thank you, peace. The what?
You're awesome.
Why, thank you. You're awesome. My name's Wade.
Yeah, man. I've listened to you for a while. You're awesome.
Oh, thank you. What's your name? Ryan? Brian. Wade. Good to meet you, Brian. Thank you. Peace. That's right. We have to keep standing up for human rights, especially as we go further and further into this technological age. We have to show that human beings are more important than machines, okay? We have warehouses all around this country and all around the world, I'm sure, that are being used to house robots and artificial intelligence and computers of all sorts. They're all taken care of, fine. They're being taken care of in nice air-conditioned rooms, and they get everything they need. They're dusted off and cleaned off and taken care of, these computers and the artificial intelligence eye. And we have human beings sleeping in the streets. Human beings sleeping in the streets while we're taking care of all these rich people's toys. Rich people's toys making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people's toys, making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people and rich people's toys. On the rich people and rich people's toys. That's right. All over this country, we have warehouses full of rich people's toys being taken care of. And we have homeless people sleeping in the streets. That ain't the way it should be in this richest, most powerful country in the world. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. That's right, we need to make it easier for these young kids to have a good public education here in this fourth largest economy of the whole wide world, California. You know, California, we are ranked 19th in spending on public education in this country. There are 18 states that spend more money on public education than we do here in California. That's a shame, California. We need to show the progressive government can lift people out of poverty and help people thrive and survive. Help people thrive and survive in this richest, most powerful country in the world. So we need to spend more money on public education, so we spend less money on incarceration. You know, for each person that is incarcerated here in California, we spend over $100,000, and we only spend about $19,000 per public school student. We need to spend more money on education, so we spend less money on incarceration. Spend more money on education, so we spend less money on incarceration. But so many people are more concerned about rich people's toys. They'd rather spend money on rich people's toys that make rich people money. These cars, these autonomous cars, these delivery robots, these artificial intelligence, warehouses of our artificial intelligence. We have Bitcoin that uses more energy than the country of the Netherlands, and Bitcoin is only one of them. We need to stand up for the rights of human beings to have the basics in this richest, most powerful country in the world. We got too many people caring more about rich people's toys, making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people's toys, making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people and rich people's toys. On the rich people and rich people's toys. One more time. We got the rich people's toys making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents. Thank you, peace. You have a great night. I'll be sharing that with the homeless. Thank you. Rich people's toys making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people and rich people's toys. On the rich people and rich people's toys. On the rich people and rich people's toys. That's right. We spend plenty of money on the rich people's toys, and we have human beings sleeping in the streets. And that goes for cities like Santa Monica. Santa Monica has to be part of the solution. You know, another report came out today. Santa Monica is one of the hardest places to be able to afford to live in the country, in the whole country. That's right. Santa Monica is supposed to be a progressive city. All right? A lot of people say it used to be. Tom Hayden used to live here, and they were working towards progressive goals right here in Santa Monica. But right now, Santa Monica is as much like a conservative city as many places in the country. They have segregation here, but it's a different kind of segregation. It's a segregation that just pushes all the poor people down the road. You can't afford to live here. And so when you push all the poor people down the road, you push people of color down the road. You know, since 1970, the population of Santa Monica in 1970 was 88,000. Today, 55 years later, the population of Santa Monica is right around 90,000. So while the rest of California grew by 20 million people, Santa Monica grew by about 2,000. They said, we got ours, now stay out. They pushed all the poor people down the road. And this is right next to our public beaches. We have 800 miles of public beaches here in California, and mostly rich white people living next to our public beaches. We have to show that we can make a difference in people's lives, that progressive government can work, can help lift people out of poverty and make things better for the poor and those in need. We've done a very good job of being kind to the greedy in this country. We have to do a better job of being kind to the needy. Oh, I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather sit around in my underwear than screw the poor and pollute the air. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather walk around with greasy hair than sell guns and weapons everywhere. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather live outside in the open air than try to keep sick people from getting health care. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. Oh, mama, I don't want to make you cry. Oh, mama, being poor, we're all going to die. Rich or poor, we're all going to die. Oh, that's right. Thank you. I'll be sharing that with the homeless. Thank you. Peace. Certainly. Oh, it didn't even flash. I thought it was going to flash. Oh, mama, I don't want to make you cry. Oh, mama, rich or poor, we're all going to die. Oh, mama, I don't want to make you sad. Oh, mama, but being poor just ain't that bad. No, it ain't. It ain't a crime. Not yet. I'd rather be poor than be filthy rich. I'd rather live in a box in the bottom of a ditch than be some stealing, cheat, lying son bitch. I'd rather be poor than be filthy rich. I'd rather be poor than be filthy rich. I'd rather walk around without a stitch than be some warmongering son of a bitch. I'd rather be poor than be filthy rich. How about this one? I'd rather be poor than be filthy rich. I'd rather walk around without a stitch than be some democracy overthrowing son of a bitch. I'd rather be poor than be filthy rich. Oh, mama, I don't want to make you sad. Oh, mama, but being poor just ain't that bad. No, it ain't. Oh, mama, I don't want to make you cry. Oh, mama, rich or poor, we're all gonna say goodbye someday. Hopefully not today. Let's put it off a little while if we can help it. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. Hello, hello, hello. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Oh, I'd rather be poor than be filthy rich. I'd rather live in a box in the bottom of a ditch than be some stealing tree lines on edge. I'd rather be poor than be filthy rich. Now, I don't want you to think that I think all billionaires are evil bloodsuckers. Some of them are just sick. They're like hoarders or alcoholics or drug addicts. They just get a little bit of money and they just got to get more and more and more and more and more. More and more and more and more and more and more and more. More and more and more and more and more. Let's look at Elon Musk. Muskie, yes. They say he's worth about almost $500 billion. Oh, how did that happen? That's the last thing we need in this country is a trillionaire. A trillionaire. Well, what we need to do is raise taxes on Elon Musk and all of his billionaire buddies and make sure that everybody can have a decent place to live. That's right. So we just raise taxes on Elon Musk and all of his billionaire buddies and make sure that everybody can have a job that pays a living wage. That's right. So we just raise taxes on Elon Musk and all of his billionaire buddies and make sure that everybody can have good quality health care. That's right. So we just raise taxes on Elon Musk and all of his billionaire buddies and make sure that everybody can have a good public education. That's right. So we just raise taxes on Elon Musk and all of his billionaire buddies. But we will leave Elon with 999 million and see if he can get by. Well, I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather live outside in the open air than try to keep sick people from getting health care. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather walk around in the Bear than see homeless people everywhere. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. Hoo-hoo! And I'll keep on working at it. Thank you, peace. Thank you. That's right. We've done a very good job of being kind to the greedy in this country. We have to do a better job of being kind to the needy. There's no reason for poor people to be sleeping in the street in the richest, most powerful country in the world. We got to change our business model. That's what they call it today. You got a business model. You got to change your business model. If it's okay for billionaires to be having space races, and poor people are sleeping in the streets and being criminalized for sleeping in the streets, you gotta change your business model. That's right. We need to tell our leaders, raise taxes on those rich people. Santa Monica, raise taxes on vacant buildings. Santa Monica, raise taxes on any building that isn't being used right now, and raise taxes on any building that's being used for tourism. We need to make sure that we're part of the solution, not part of the problem. I hear people tell me, well, listen, you don't want to use that prime real estate for affordable housing. Well, how do you think it became prime real estate? Because they pushed all the poor people down the road. That's how they make it prime real estate. And then they say, oh, well, we can't possibly build affordable housing. That'll bring down our property values. That's what they say. Well, you know, to make a lot of these coastal communities, they used a thing called eminent domain, where they take land from people and they say that we'll pay you a fair market value, and we're going to use this land for public buildings and highways and such. Well, we need affordable housing now, so we should take some rich people's land and give them fair market value and build some more affordable housing. Be part of the solution, Santa Monica, not part of the problem. We can do better. We haven't gotten to the day where everybody can thrive and survive in this country yet. We haven't gotten to the day where everybody has equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity. We have to keep working at it. A lot of people say, don't talk about race or religion. Well, we have to. If people are going to be shot because of their religious beliefs, and if people are going to be left out in the cold because of their race or religion, we have to talk about these things. And if poor people are going to continue to be poor because they are born a certain race, we have to talk about these problems. We have to keep working towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity, because we haven't gotten there yet. Anybody who says we have isn't looking at any statistics. It is still 10 times more likely for a young black man to go to prison here in California than a young white man, and that's a shame. It has to be, we have to spend more money on education, especially in low-income area schools. We need to spend so much money on those low-income area schools, on services and programs for those schools, until the rich people want to send their kids to those schools. Then you will know we have done enough. How much does it cost to live? How much should you have to pay? How much should you have to earn to live for one more day? How much does it cost to live before your life has worth? And tell me, how hard should you have to struggle to survive in the richest, most powerful country on the face of the earth? How much does the rich man want? How much does he have to keep before he can say it's okay for poor people to sleep? How much do the greedy want for poor folks to eat? And tell me, when will we see the end of the days when human beings have to sleep in the streets? Take your peace. How much? How much? How much? How much? You know, we have to talk about that in this country. A lot of people think a life only has worth, person only has worth if they're generating currency, if they're creating money, if they're creating income of some sort. That's the only worth human beings have. I believe that every human being has a value and an intrinsic value without generating any income at all. And I think we all need to be able to thrive and survive, especially in this richest, most powerful country in the whole wide world. No reason for poor people to be pushed into the gutter while rich people are having space races. How much does it cost to live? How much do you have to pay? How much should you have to earn to live for one more day? How much does it cost to live?
How much happiness in a dollar bill?
What?
How much happiness in a dollar bill?
How much happiness in
How much cotton is in a dollar bill?
cotton in a dollar bill?
In any American currency? You don't know?
No.
Did you know that it was made out of cotton?
I didn't know that it was made out of cotton.
It is.
Well, I gotta look that up.
75%.
75% cotton. Huh?
75% cotton. The other 25% is linen.
Whoa, whoa, wow. I gotta look that up. Thank you. Peace. How much does it cost to live? How much do you have to pay? How much should you have to earn to live for one more day? How much does it cost to live before your life has worth? And tell me, how hard should you have to struggle to survive in the richest, most powerful, most abundant country on the face of the earth? How much does the rich man want? How much does he have to keep before he can say it's okay for poor people to sleep? How much do the greedy want for poor folks to eat? And tell me, when will we see the end of the day? When will we see the end of the day? When human beings have to sleep in the streets? How much, how much, how much, how much, how much, how much? That's right, how much? We live in the richest, most powerful country in the whole wide world. There's no reason that people should have to struggle so hard just to have the basics in this richest, most powerful country in the world. Place to eat, place to sleep, food to eat, health care, good public education. We can do better. We've done a very good job of being kind to the greedy in this country. We have to do a better job of being kind to the needy. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I give you my heart. I love you and you alone were meant for me. Please give your loving heart to me and say we'll never part. Think of you every morning, dream of you every night. Darling, I'm never lonely whenever you're inside. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I give you my my heart. Dream of you every night, darling, I'm never lonely. Whenever you're inside, I love you. For sentimental reasons, I hope you do believe me. I give you my heart. Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me. Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me. My lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then straight to her arms I go sailing. It's far beyond the star, it's near beyond the moon. I know beyond a doubt my love will see me there soon. We'll meet up on the shore, we'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I go sailing. It's far beyond the star, it's near beyond the moon. I know beyond a doubt, oh, my little room, see me there soon. We'll meet up on the shore, we'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again we'll sailing. No more sailing. I could teach the world how to smile, I could be happy all of the while. I could change gray skies to blue if I had you. I could leave the old world behind, leave all my pals. I'd never mind, there's nothing I could not do if I had you. I could climb the tallest mountain, swim the ocean deep and wide. I could cross the burning desert if I had you by my side. I could be a king, dear, uncrowned, humble or poor, rich or renowned. There's nothing I could not do if I had you. I could be king, dear, uncrowned, humble or poor, rich or renowned. There's nothing I could not do if I had you. There's nothing I could not do if I had you. There's nothing I could not do if I had you. How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me. Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged me back. Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. She says that we're gonna be wed, and she's picked out a king-size bed. Hey, ain't that a kick? Ain't that a kick in the head? How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me. Like the sailor once said, ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged me back. Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. She says that we're gonna be wed, and she picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't be any more happy, or I'd be sick. Tell me quick, ain't love a kick? Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head? Thank you, peace, thank you. Hello, young lovers, whoever you are, I hope your troubles are few. Hello, young lovers, whoever you are, I hope your troubles are few. All my good wishes go with you tonight. I've been in love like you. Be brave, young lovers, and follow your star. Be brave and faithful and true. Cling very close to each other tonight. I've been in love like you. I know how it feels to have wings on your heels and to fly down the street in a trance. You fly down the street on a chance that you meet, and you meet not merely by chance. Don't cry, young lovers, whatever you do. Don't cry because I'm alone. All my good wishes go with you tonight. I've had a love of my own. I know how it feels to have wings on your heels and to fly down the street in a trance. You fly down the street on a chance that you meet, and you meet not merely cry, young lovers, whatever you do. Don't cry because I'm alone. All my good wishes go with you tonight. I've had a love of my own. I've had a love of my own like you. I've had a love of my Part of me wants to say goodbye. Part of me wants to see you cry. Part of me wants us both to try again. Part of me just singing this song. Part of me wants to feel your touch. Part of me wants to care too much. Part of me wants to rhyme with urchin then. Part of me thinks something is wrong with my brain. I can't understand all the things that go through my head. Somebody give me something to do with my hands and take some weight off my thinking glands. Somebody give me some words to put into my mouth. Let my verbal selector go south. Thanks. You be the broker of my memory banks. Part of me wants to see your face. Part of me wants to just erase. Part of me wants to fly through space. And then part of me already has. Part of me wants to feel your touch. Part of me wants to care too much. Part of me wants to rhyme with urchin then. Part of me thinks something is wrong with my brain. I can't understand all the things that go through my head. Somebody give me something to do with my hands and take some weight off my thinking glands. Somebody give me some words to put into my mouth. Let my verbal selector go south. Thanks. You'll be the broker of my memory banks. Part of me wants to see your face. Part of me wants to fly through space. Part of me wants to go to a place and land. Part of me just singing this song. Part of me wants to feel your touch. Part of me wants to care too much. Part of me wants to rhyme with urchin then. Part of me sings something. Part of me just singing this song. Singing this song, yeah. Just going do 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 do. I'm just singing this song, yeah. I'm just going la dee da 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 da, la da 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 da. I'm just singing this song. Thank you, peace. I'll be sharing that with the homeless. Thank you. That's life. That's what people say. Riding high in April, then shot down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that tune when I'm back on top in June. And that's life. Funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks of stomping on a dream. But I ain't gonna let it get me down, 'cause this fine old world keeps spinning around. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down and over and out, and I know one thing. Each time I find myself flat on my face, I pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life. I can't deny it. Thought of quitting, baby, but my heart ain't gonna buy it. If I didn't think it was worth a single try, I'd just jump up on that big bird and I'd fly. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down and over and out, and I know one thing. Each time I find myself laying flat on my face, I pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life. I can't deny it. Thought of cutting out, baby, but my heart just ain't gonna buy it. But if there's nothing shaking come this here July, I'm gonna roll myself up in a great big ball, and Hey, how you doing?
Peace, peace. Much peace, much peace. Thank you. Can you play a little tune and I sing or something?
What do you want to sing?
I sing an original song.
I'm getting ready to close up. Come another time. How you doing? Are you homeless?
Nah,
Yeah? Can I give you a few dollars?
yeah, it's cool, baby. I call me baby. Don't worry about it.
David?
Okay? I said it's a cool baby. I call me baby. I'm baby.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, baby. Thank you, darling.
Peace. Come again, and we'll figure out something to sing together when I'm going to be here longer.
Let me get a taste of the mic real quick, one time.
Tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Peace. Well, this is for George. Making your way in the world today takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? All those nights when you got no lights and the check is in the mail, and your little angel hung the cat up by its tail. Now I'm gonna have to start over because I don't know, did that cut out? Let's try it again anyway. it's everything you got. Taking a break from all your troubles sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? All those nights when you got no lights and the check is in the mail, and your little angel hung the cat up by its tail, and the third fiance didn't show. Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everyone knows your name. Roll out of bed, Mr. Coffee's dead. The morning's looking bright. Your shrink ran off to Europe and didn't even write. And your husband wants to be your girl. Be glad there's some place in the world where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name, where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name, where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. Where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. Where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. Where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. Thank you, George. Well, we'll keep working towards a better day, keep working towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity, health care for all, housing the homeless, good public education, working towards a better day for everybody, you and me, and the whole wide world. We can do it. We can show that progressive government can make a difference in people's lives. And there must be lights burning brighter somewhere. Got to be birds flying higher in a sky more blue. If I can dream of a better land where all my brothers walk hand in hand, tell me why, why can't my dream come true? Oh, why? There must be peace and understanding somewhere. Strong winds of promise that blow away all the doubt and fear. If I can dream of a warmer sun where hope shines down on everyone, tell me why, why won't that sun appear? We're lost in the cloud with too much rain. We're trapped in a world that's troubled with pain. But as long as a man has the strength to dream, he can redeem his soul and fly. question. Still I am sure that the answer's gonna come somehow. Out there in the dark, there's a beckoning candle. And while I can think, while I can talk, while I can stand, while I can walk, while I can dream, feeling my dream come true right now, right now. Peace and love.
Stand up against hatred and racism. Peace.